Okay, y'all, you're in the studio like never before. Let me bring into frame what I want to show you because this is epic. We love this thing. This thing is incredible. These have been game changer for our crafting and we love them. Like, this is not just something we make a video about. We are actively using it and I adore it. So like this right here is all puff vinyl. I've been a professional crafter for over a decade and I've learned a thing or two when it comes to organization and having things that are actually practical for your results and your success in crafting. Because here's the deal, at Maker's Gonna Learn, we're not about just having things look good. We're having things actually work and function in ways that are amazing. So in today's video, I'm gonna break down 20 amazing craft organization hacks that we use around our craft room. Whether you have a small space or a large craft room, you are gonna benefit from this one. So let's go ahead and dive right in. Welcome to my craft room, my friends. And I wanna start off by showing you one of my favorite ways to organize my cardstock. So when you come in here, you're going to see that we have some amazing drawers that are just inside here. Now, this is the first hack, is just being able to have these drawers, but a little bonus hack, my friends, is that, come a little closer. I want you to really understand that we are able to have these hidden behind a little frost etching. Like, look at how much better this looks. Like, no one will know that it's like clear drawers from Walmart when you have the etching. And this, believe it or not, is vinyl. So this is just vinyl that we covered up as soon as we bought this awesome thing. So if you want to craft in your dining room, like these things from Walmart are crazy because you could have like your homeschool or your Cricut supplies all in your dining room. These look such amazing hutches. We're utilizing them in our craft space. So not to go on a tangent to get started, but the tangent is get some really good furniture that you can store stuff and make it look awesome. So anyway, craft number one that I want you to think about with organizing is having some of these. I used to have some really not great ways to organize vinyl and cardstock and things like that. But when we got these, it made my heart so happy. And I have been obsessed with it ever since. But the second hack I want to tell you is something that I think most people would be scared of or not willing to do. But instead of organizing it by color, organize it by color grouping. And what I mean by that is like, look, we have pink and purple adhesive in here because like we don't have a ton of just pink, but in here we also have purples and other colors and assortments. Like it's really nice. Like if I need a peach or anything like that, I feel like, oh my gosh, it's totally a pink. Let me dive into the pink and purple. It's there. Over here, the different types of green, whether it's an army green, a light green, all sorts of green, it's in there. I love being able to do color grouping when it comes to cardstock, heat transfer vinyl, regular vinyl, all the things like that. Color grouping is really, really good. And I just love having these clear drawers. They can pop out and take with you. So if you're someone like me, I remember when I first was crafting, I didn't have a full craft room. I just had like a table and I had to store everything in a closet, which is totally fine. But you want stuff that you can pull out, take places and put back, right? Number two, I want to put y'all on to, I don't even know what number this is. This isn't number two. I feel like we're at like number four. These clear bins. Guys, just what I was talking about. Number one, you need to see all your stuff. So glitter, I mean, we have so many of these. We've probably spent a fortune just on different things like that. But you want to be able to use clear bins and, you know, kind of batch it all together. So we have a ton of glitter. So we've, again, kind of color grouped it. So our blues and our greens, our reds and our oranges, our pinks and our purples, our silver, our whites and our gold and glitter. Like all of that is, you know, matched. So when we need it, we can just grab it and go. Another really fun one is the little bins here. I absolutely adore being able to have all my pins, whether it's, you know, by color or different types. There's a lot of different Cricut pins or markers. So if you just like put them all in a bin, I know this seems like really simple, but believe me, it will save you. And don't feel like you need to put them all together. I would much rather have a few smaller ones than like one large one. You know what I'm saying? So just keep those together and it's super fun. And again, if you are working with a small craft space or anything like that, you really want to consider one of these hutches. Another big one that is going to blow your mind is one that is totally a throwback. Are y'all ready for this? Look, if you're needing to organize your vinyl, heat transfer vinyl by color, and you don't want to have to get the bins, look at this. We're using slap bracelets, and I just wanted to show that like this is literally what we do. Like, this is not just something we make a video about. We are actively using it, and I adore it. So like this right here is all puff vinyl, and we just have it all together on one slat bracelet. It can move around with us, go in the studio, come out to the craft table, and it's super, super simple and really easy. Doesn't require much work at all. All right, guys, another amazing hack that we didn't know if it would work or not, but boy, oh boy, has it worked. Look at this right here. Can you come with me? Look at this right here. Come on over. These have been game changer for our crafting, and we love them. I'll link them down below, but we got them at Home Depot. They are huge. Like, I'm just gonna have to show you. We did a little DIY, and we took 2 pieces of butcher block, brought them together. This is one side. We got legs for the other side. We have the largest craft tables. If you ever need to make a craft table, let me just show you, because this is, I mean, it's gonna blow you away. Like, you're gonna literally be shook. Okay, are you ready for this? All right, this is our craft table. Like, holy cow. When we built these, like, we were obsessed. So again, we just use these on the ends, and like, that's a hack. If you are crafting in your garage, or you have a full craft room and you wanna make your own craft table, like, this is such a great hack. Like, we love it. And then let me tell you why we love it so much. So when you come in here, let's just open the drawer. Hallelujah. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. I just love how we can like keep everything out. So we've got all sorts of fun things. We got Hobby Lobby exchange gift cards. We have tools. You know, this is just really well organized, and we love it. So all sorts of little stuff you can see in these drawers. You can see some we use, some we don't, but there's all sorts of fun ones. All right, this next hack, I just want to put y'all onto something. You need to use furniture that is a vibe and a hack. So I've been filming a lot of new videos, and this is kind of like the background. We made the MGL sign. That's very fun, but you also want your craft space to be a vibe. So I want to put you on to these right down here. So this right here is just our drawers, and I love having vibey storage. So I just want to encourage you guys to get some vibey storage, but I also want to show you, like, look how good it is, y'all. Like, look at all these adhesives. So as we're crafting, we have a whole drawer of adhesive, whether we need, you know, any type of really thick adhesives, really strong adhesives. We have our foam tape. We have our hot glue. We have some Maker's Magic. I mean, check out everything in this drawer, guys. Like, it is so handy. But who said organization and storage had to be boring? Like, we do not prescribe to that around here, but we love having really fun things like the hutches and those drawers to be super, super well kept. And I mean, look at how great it looks. Like, super great. You would never think there's a ton of craft supplies, but you'd be shocked at how much can fit in here. Let's talk about the elephant in the room, and that is what you do when you have current projects that are in production. Maybe you are working on them and you have to step away. You only have a certain amount of time. They're advanced projects, like part of our Maker University that's coming out soon. We want to talk about what we do with that. So we have this cabinet here, and we have these bins. These are white bins. And as you can see, we will just keep a full project, like as we work on it and it's not finished yet, we put it in here. So we sometimes will put a sticky note of like what it is to remind us, and as other team members and things like that. But we love having in progress bins, and we like having preset space so that we can revisit. If you're someone like me, ADHD, you're moving around a lot, you forget about what you started, think about what your area would look like to have an in-progress bin or an in-progress area to organize your projects, because it's super, super important for you to take a look and keep that in mind. All right. This is super, super practical. I love being able to have a couple of these just on my craft table, on my craft space, where I can keep all the things that I need to grab at a moment's notice. So for me, it's a lot of weeding tools, pins, weeding pins, scissors, a lot of the same, actually. Remember, we work in a craft space with multiple people crafting at once, so it's just like go time at all times here. So we like to have a couple of these, you know, no matter what we have. I highly recommend having 2 or 3 in your craft space, and you can spread them out and keep all your storage in there. Like, super handy, and you know, it can spin around, it can store everything. Super, super awesome. Okay, bone folders, everybody needs their bone folder. you know, all the things in there. So super good. All right, y'all, I wanted to bring you down here in the floor with me because these cabinets, like I love being able to come down here and I love being able to see the ribbon. If you guys are a ribbon crafter and you craft a ton, this isn't always super practical if you need to pull it out, but if you're like just able to pull it, cut it, we really like having this. This is like a little shower rod or different things we'll link for you. Really, really awesome. We also like to organize other things in bins. So you saw how we had like lie flat types of material. This is how we keep all our foil together. And again, it's in clear bins. So if this inspires you at all, like take a weekend, go to IKEA, take some pictures of what type of space you want to organize, and then just get bins that you think will fit. I always like to overbuy and then keep them as my space grows. I always gift them to other people, things like that. Super fun. You can see with this one, we keep the foil in one and then all the tools and the accessories in another. So that's super fun. We use clear bins for so many different things. Like this one is just all about different types of refillable for sublimation and things like that. So this is all like inks. This is, you know, all sorts of specialty sublimation things. And we keep it together. Our craft room, you know, has quite a variety because we're always doing all sorts of different crafting. So that is one thing to know as you expand your crafting, your space will definitely expand with you. Now, coming right along, let me just come over here and we're going to look at another bin. So this is another one. I am going to link these because I am obsessed with these. I just want you guys, can you guys see, like, look at all this. Look at all this. We have paints, whether it's acrylic paint, whether it's some of our chalky paint. Did you guys know I used to work for this company? I literally was like a teen spokesperson, me and Courtney. Shout out Decor, thank you. But spray paint, like sealers, all the things. These bins are amazing. And look, these are even drawers. So if you want to stack these, I like the idea of that because you can stack them. Again, this just keeps the space really well kept and organized. And super, super simple. So nothing crazy, nothing you have to worry about. I'm really impressed and happy with that. One thing I think now is a great time to touch on it. If you are considering buying, what are those big things called? The scrap boxes and things like that, the dream boxes, those are thousands and thousands of dollars. Okay. I did a price comparison many years ago and that is like $3,000 or $4,000. Well, y'all, if you notice what we did here, we bought cabinets from like Home Depot or Lowe's for like, I don't know, like these two cabinets right here was probably like $300 or $400, if not just a little bit more. And we put just a butcher block on top. So what I want to tell you is that you can get really affordable like DIYs done when you go to your home improvement store. Like take your spouse, take your significant other, and go to the home improvement store and be like, okay, I am lucky enough to have a craft space now. I want to do it, and I want to do it on a budget so I don't have to spend thousands of dollars to organize my supplies. Because here's the thing, you don't need to do that. You just need probably a couple cabinets, and I love the space here. This makes me so much more happier than having a dream box or something like that. Okay, y'all, you're in the studio like never before. Let me bring into frame what I want to show you because this is epic. This is epic, epic. Are y'all seeing this? Hold on. Let me bring it close. I wanted you guys to see this because this is from Husky and we love this thing. This thing is incredible. We keep our heat press on here. We typically have a big extension cord on here as well because this whole thing is magnetic. We keep all of our sublimation, all of the things we need to sublimate, heat press, pressing pads, tape. What else do we have in here? The sublimation spray. Our new magic seal. Guys, if you haven't checked out that video, like, what are you doing? Go check it out. Teflon sheets. I mean, you name it. And we've literally kept it in here because we like being able to move this around. So this goes all throughout the studio, all throughout the office. We keep all the supplies and material we need in here. Super good, super, super good. But it's on wheels. So if you need to move things around, craft often, craft in different ways, highly, highly recommend getting things with wheels to move them around, especially if you're like me and you don't want to have to lift around this super, super heavy heat press. Like, game changer, game changer. All right, guys, behind the camera, so if this is our studio, which I have a whole tour of the office if you haven't checked it out, I just wanted to shout out the hook that we put on here for mats. So anytime that you're watching a craft show of ours and we're like, we need a mat, this should be fully loaded. Like we can store like 4 or 5 mats on here and it's super awesome. This is where we craft when we are on camera. And I just want to shout this out. So this is another custom build that we built ourselves. And again, the only splurge for this entire table was the countertop. It was very expensive for the countertop, but you don't have to spend that kind of money if you don't want to on a countertop. So it is available if you are willing and want to invest in that way, but it's not necessary. Another tip that I love that it's a Cricut supply, but these, organizing all of my blades, what a breath of fresh air. All the different Cricut blades in one organizer. I like to keep this on the table in case I want to reference other blades, use other blades, things like that. Super, super well kept. Highly recommend if you don't have one of these, put it in your cart right now. Okay, I have a confession. A lot of times I used to hate bins that you see behind me, and it took a long time for me to fall in love with them. I'm talking many, many years. But what I want to show you today is a little behind the scenes of how we've organized our storage area. So this is part of our shipping storage office area. It's a very large room actually, but on one full side we have storage, and we've decided to put all of these bins here intentionally, but we did it with a lot of thought and a lot of work. So that's what I want to give as a tip. Like, actually think about your supplies and what you're doing. Number one, be sure, like, if it doesn't fill up a bin, chances are it doesn't need a bin. So condense together a couple of things. So we put canvas banners and towels, because canvas banners or towels doesn't need its own drawer. Jewelry making did, yarn did. But, other things we have merged together, like foam and napkins go in one. So what I also want to talk about is how we have segmented it. So we have paper scraps, vinyl scraps together. It's not separate, it's all together. We also have transfer tape, specialty paper, all the different things, resin. All of our paints are all together. A lot of our blanks are all together. All of our Dollar Trees together. Miscellaneous ribbon that we probably need to bless out. We have our yarn, our embroidery. Like, we have more sewing. We have tons of sewing. We have Velcros. We have jewelry. Like, there's all sorts of different ways to craft. And you just want to be aware of that. When you come over here, notice that it's like larger things that you actually visually need to see. That's more for our photography and staging purpose, not as much craft organization. But as you guys know, we're a media company, so if we don't have the tools necessary to share what we're doing, what's the point? And things like that. So a little more behind the scenes than I'm used to around here. Did you guys know we have something right behind me that organizes dishes that we've used in a really cool way? Let me show you. So this right here is actually a dish organizer. And this right here is giving like, let me go shopping, running a store. We've been able to put all of our canvases on here. So if you like to do the busted canvas, if you like to do any of the awesome, different things that you can do with canvases, look at this. So we've just organized the smaller ones, and then we have one for the larger ones as well. Now, you may say, Tanner, I don't have a whole room dedicated to storage. So I do think this could be willing to be in like your craft room, or you could put that in a closet or, something like that just to organize it a little better. But that's what we've been doing, and it's been super, super helpful. All right. I also wanted to show behind me, this is where we keep all our blanks. So we have a whole bookshelf, an area designated to blanks. So I'm just going to sit you down right here and just kind of show you a little bit about how we do blanks. Now, I show this to not be like, oh my gosh, look at all my blanks, because I remember when my blank area was like one bin over there. So this is like all of our blanks. Tumblers are all together, different wood slices, all sorts of 12 by 12 mats, doormats. Like, these are all blanks, and they're very helpful as we get inspired and things like that. So we just want to remind you to always have things in a place. Like, have a place for everything. It is super, super important as you organize your craft space. I truly believe that if you can have a place for everything, that you are going to craft better and you're going to have more fun crafting, because a lot of times we actually just don't craft because we are super stressed, we're overwhelmed, we get into our space and we're not happy. I like to remind people that your actual physical space is a true depiction of your actual brain. So if you hear, like, I've ended out this video and you're discouraged, use this as inspiration to be like, wait, I need to declutter. I need to release some things. I need to start fresh so that I can have a fresh outpouring of inspiration. So be willing to release items. We just moved from a 5,000-ish square foot office, and we now have the same size building, but we actually still have a tenant in one of the spaces. So it's just a little bit smaller, no big deal. But I was willing to release a lot of items to donate or sell or part with things that I never would have before. But it's been really nice. I have a whole new inspiration because I was so abundant in being able to release items that were dream items. One thing that comes to mind particularly, my new office is a lot smaller and I had this dream desk built and I released that and I now have a smaller desk and a smaller office, but I have so much more fun in there just filming and creating in a smaller space. So I just want to encourage you guys to have a space you love and make it yours. Don't use this video to be like, man, I wish I had that big of a space. Listen, I am just as happy in a small little spare bedroom, or not even spare bedroom, like a little corner of my downstairs, as I am today in a very beautiful large office. It's not better one way or another. It's better when we're actually using our hands and creating like never before. So I want to press upon you to keep creating, get a space that you are so inspired by, whether it's your counter, a kitchen table, whether you're crafting in the floor, it doesn't matter. I have literally just as much fun back when I was scrapbooking on the floor with just one paper trimmer, a pair of scissors, and some ATG. All right, my friends, this has been such a fun video pulling back the curtain on some of our organization, but I would love to hear some of your organization hacks too. So be sure to leave me a comment right down below and let me know what's your favorite craft organization hack. It's gonna be so fun to have a chat down below. And if you are not already subscribed, hit that subscribe button, give the video a thumbs up, and I'll see you back here at Makers Gonna Learn real soon. Bye, guys.